Hey you guys, Kill Jezebel here. I'm just listening to the rain and the sirens, of course. There's always a siren going off in the background when I do my videos, and that's because I live here in New York City where, you know, this city never sleeps, man. So there's always some type of noise in the background, even if I lock myself in a quiet room. It's funny. But I was just thinking, I haven't did a video on the new supply, low grade supply in a while. So I think I might, do this one, to give you guys a boost, to give your self-esteem a boost. We all could use some empowerment, of course, because we are grade AAA supply. And we know now that our miserable exes are out here scrounging about looking and obtaining low-grade narcissistic supply. So what I was going to say is this. I mean, because we're upset. A lot of you guys are upset that, how could your ex pick the downgrade over you? And not just one downgrade. It's like there's the harem. You guys know about the Facebook harem. The narcissist has a harem of lovers. And these lovers are usually a selected group that the narcissist has chosen. They're either old fuck buddies, they're either side chicks or side dudes. This is for my men as well, because female narcissists are no better. Their Facebook harem is a collection of old fuck buddies and people with low self-esteem and people that are desperate and people that will jump when they say jump and do whatever. They'll let the narc dog them out. Like, the narcissist holds on to people he or she can control and abuse and manipulate easy. And usually this low grade supply is willing and able to allow the narc to get away with doing this shit. And not only that, they don't run from it. They keep coming back for more. So the narc is like, okay, well, I'll just add you to my collection, join the harem. Now, those of us that are grade A supply would never dare allow ourselves to, be associated to the narcissist harem, to be, following or connected with them on Facebook or any other social media platform. We want nothing to do with them. They're complete scum. But anytime you see an ex-lover or someone, they had some type of relationship with or fuck buddy situation or whatever, when you see people like this clinging on to the narcissist, it means they are totally low-grade supply. They are totally low self-esteem, worthless. They don't see their own value. They're possibly just as toxic and narcissistic as the ex. So they're going to get all of their supply solely and exclusively from your ex. So the narc likes to hold on to these types of new supply. They're his collection. They're her collection. The narc likes to store his toy collection on the shelf, and the toys will just sit there collecting dust until the narc is ready to come back around. The narc will circle back around and he'll come and take one of the toys off the shelf and play with the toys in between grade A supply relationships. So what I want to say to you guys, stop stressing over that downgrade, that low grade new supply. Because I'm going to tell you like this. You are superior. You are of high value. You are worthy. You have standards. You have morals. You're not only beautiful on the outside, you're beautiful on the inside. Okay, fellas too, you're not only handsome on the outside. It's not just about looks. We as empaths are genuinely and sincerely beautiful people inside and out. Okay, we have so many amazing attributes and characteristics and qualities, that attracted the narcissist to begin with. And that's why they study us and they mirror us and they steal everything, and then they go use what they stole to try to charm their next victim. So they're using what we have to make themselves appear better in preparation for grooming their next victim. They're just soul suckers and they're parasites. But check this out. They're never going to find your equivalent in the new supply. They're going to search for someone on your level, and they are never, ever, ever going to find that individual. And they're out here searching hard. Trust and believe. They're gonna look for somebody that looks like you, somebody that cooks like you, somebody that's got good credit like you, somebody that drives a nice car, got their shit together, their education, their work, their career. They looking. They might find one low-grade supply that might have one or even half of your characteristics. They're not going to find nobody that has the full package like you, honey. They're just not. So what do? They got to build. You guys know what Build-A-Bear is, right? You guys know what Build-A-Bear. You know the store, the store for kids. It's in the shopping malls. You go, you take your kids, and what do? They can choose a teddy bear. They stuff the teddy bear with wool and cotton. Then they pick out the teddy bear's outfits and accessories. They build their own teddy bear. Well, in this sense, where I'm going with this is that the narcissist, because the narcissist cannot find your equivalent. After you done kicked them to the curb for cheating and lying and betraying you, they out here seriously trying to scrounge up anything that they can. They trying to find someone on your level. They can't even find somebody halfway on your level, okay? What they're finding is 5 and 10% of your 100%. So like Build-A-Bear, the narcissist has to build his grade A supply, or attempt to. And how does he build his grade A supply when he can't find your replacement? He gathers up a collection of low grade supply. He might find one low grade supply over here that can suck a good dick. She might find a low grade supply over here that will let him use her credit card because he's ugly as hell and he has nothing else to offer. They might, find what they do is they gather a bunch of low grade supplies. If you're following me, it'll take 5, 6, 7 people from their narc harem to even begin to equal one of you. Are y'all following me? So that's why they have to maintain that harem. It's so important that they keep their collection of toys because they can't find your grade A replacement. And until they do, they got to deal with 5 people. They have to build, like Build-A-Bear, they have to build a supply. They have to build a grade A supply. They gotta deal with 5 low grades in order to equal one of you. They're trying to find you. They're trying to find you and all these people, and they can't. So they have to make a desperate attempt to sleep with multiple people to compensate for your loss. Are y'all following me? And you sitting up crying and stressing, it's not worth it. It's just not. They're not doing better. They didn't find somebody on your level to replace you. They found somebody dumb enough to believe their bullshit. That's all. That's it, and that's all. You're not replaceable. You are not replaceable. Do you understand? It's just time to stop crying over this. Yes, the betrayal hurts, but guess what? It's time to direct that energy. Take it off of the narcissist for a minute and put that energy back into yourself. You have to remind yourself just how fabulous you are. You have to stare in the mirror and you remind yourself that you are the fucking shit. You shouldn't be grieving and crying over nobody. You've grieved and you've cried long enough, and guess what? It's just time. It is time now. It is time, because guess what? The narc is not doing better. The narc has to sleep with 5, 6, 7 people because he can't find one single person to equate to what you provided him or her. They cannot find one single person to match you, okay? So they got to go back to the narc harem and play with their toys. They got to dust them off because those toys have collected dust. Trust me, they have. While the narc was dealing with you, those toys were just sitting up on their shelf collecting dust. And then when you caught them cheating, you kicked them out, got rid of them. Now the narc has to go back to his toy collection and resort to sleeping with 5 and 6 of them to replace the void that you left. So again, just like Build-A-Bear, the narc is out here trying to build up a grade A supply. That will never ever happen. He'll attempt to, but it's it's a no-win. And fellas, it's the same. The female narcissist will sleep with a bum, sleep with a thug, get with a low-grade supply. She's out here searching for your replacement. And these men out here aren't loyal. It's too many, men out here dogging women. And God forbid if she goes on a dating website, you can just forget it. That's the breeding ground for narcs and predators and sociopaths and psychopaths. She's trying to find your replacement, and it's not going to happen. She's going to gather up a couple of boy toys, fuck them all, and still be left feeling empty at the end of the day. You guys move on. Be great. Start to work on your self-esteem so that you can start tapping into your inner power and realizing who the hell you are. You're awesome. All right? Anyway, take care. I hope you guys have an awesome Sunday. I'm ready to get this work week started tomorrow. This is Kill Jezebel. Bye-bye.